at the right time, right? Don't expect that if you've never bowled a Yorker, never practiced how to bowl a Yorker, you won't be able to deliver it in the game when the pressure is high. It will never happen. Similar to taking penalty shootouts. If you've never taken a penalty in a high pressure environment, in a football game, so the pressure turns up and you are asked to take a penalty, you'll never be able to deliver it. The goalkeeper is going to save it, or you're going to kick it somewhere else. This is an example we can take, that if we keep practicing the good things, we are always with the good things. We keep away from the false things or the wrong things, we know what is the wrong thing. And that is why the role of parents is so important. Imam Hussain himself said, people are slaves of this world. And their religion is only on their tongue. As soon as they face some difficulty, very few respond. And that is what happened in Karbala, right? Everybody knew who the Imam was. Everybody knew in Mecca who Imam Hussain was. How come there was only 72? And we said it was only 72, but I mentioned yesterday, 72 is a good number. Because we struggle to get 1% in ourselves in the face of adversity to stand with the truth. And because of Imam Hussein's piety and his great personality and his great lineage and nobility and all the religiosity that he had, people followed him and people still supported him. But otherwise it's normally very hard. And that is what Imam Hussain said, and it's very true in real life, This is a sad reality. And we are trying to make an effort to be with the truthful and to learn the truthful and to practice it so that when the crux comes, we are ready for it. We know it, we understand it, and we are on that side. We don't fall by the wayside by saying Shaitan's gates are open, greed, jealousy, expectation, our own desires, they all come to the fore, and our truth is clouded. Inshallah, we won't let that happen. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Today is Thursday night, it's Friday Eve, it's the day of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam, Friday. We need a loud salawat for Imam Mahdi alayhi salam, please. Jazakallah khair. Now, let's check our current reality. I was talking about the media. We are all influenced by the media, right? Everybody has a phone here or not? Who doesn't have a phone? Only little children don't have a phone yet. Okay, keep away from it as long as you can. Because we don't need it as such. We want it, but we don't need it. And once we start needing it, it's very difficult to get away from these media things. The days of the laptop are gone. Now it's about iPads and smartphones. And I'm surprised myself about myself, and people in my age group will understand. 20 years ago, we didn't have any mobile phones and stuff. Forget about smartphones, we didn't have mobile phones. And we were very happy people still. We had lots of friends still. We enjoyed our life. Alhamdulillah, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We didn't feel a need to be connected all the time. But in my own personal life now, I need my phone all the time. Even if I don't have to use it all the time, thankfully I don't, it gives me the comfort that is there with me. When I want to call my wife, I can call her. When I want to see something, some news, some game, to be in touch with anybody across the world, I have it.
Can you move forward a bit, please?
Please, this side is empty. Young, my dear brothers and sisters,
Everybody over there,
come this side. Come this side, all of you, please. Come this side, yeah. I can see you from here as well. Thank you. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So, as time changes, we all have become slaves to our gadgets. We use mobile phones and smartphones nowadays. And we face a constant barrage of information. We have a gadget that gets information to us. We face this constant information flow coming to us all the time, all kinds of information. And the sources of these information, at best, are dubious. And at worst, they are from downright shaitan and its angels. And we've got to be very careful about this. So, let me give you another scenario here. Or not a scenario, this is a situation of fact. And these are not exact numbers, but it's a rough estimate. 10% of people of the whole world control 90% of resources. Right? So basically 10% of the people of the world control 90% of the people. That is a bit of an unfair thing, if you see. It might not be 10% and 90%, maybe a bit more here and there, but you get the point. You all, all educated people, especially the grown-ups who are here, aware of the world, what is going on, who is controlling whom, these elections that are happening everywhere, democratic systems, they're very good systems, but our people who are in the offices are not actually the ones who are ruling, are they? They are being controlled by other people with power and money and resources. And the important thing to understand here, especially for my younger brothers and sisters, is that if these 10% are controlling us, or they have power over us, and these are the ones who are giving the information barrage, hundreds of channels of TV, hundreds of channels on the internet, why would they give something which is the truth? Why would they give us something which is the truth? It's against their interests. If they gave us the truth, it'll bring about a downfall of their own empire that they've built. Because their empires are built on falsehood. They're not based on truth. Otherwise they'll be happy about sharing their own wealth and their power, and not be trying to control and overpower people or cause some fitna here and use it against some other people there to make some money out here. And you have the industrial, military industrial complexes nowadays. In the days gone by, many centuries ago, people used to have wars or have battles to fight for a certain cause. Nowadays, wars and battles happen to make money for a certain amount of people. You sell arms to a certain country, whom you know is supporting fitna somewhere or the other, and you say that this is to fight terrorism. How do you fight terrorism with giving more arms to the same people who are the cause of terrorism? That's the big dichotomy. It's a lie. We all need to understand these things. And these informations are all coming to us from these powerful people. And we see in films and we see in the TV shows, there's so much useless entertainment. There's only one reason for all this. We enjoy entertainment. Everybody enjoys entertainment. But we got to be wise what to use and what not to use. The reason they have so much entertainment on our TV screens and on our phone screen is because we are preoccupied. We don't think. We don't have the time to think. And we are preoccupied with getting things. Because if you don't have the things to watch them, then you can't watch them and you can't entertain yourself. So what we do is we are stuck in this rat race of trying to make more money, to get more things, so that we can entertain ourselves, and we forget the real cause that we have in life. That's the whole idea. Keep you preoccupied. As long as you have enough money to watch a football game and go to the pub after that, people are okay. In our country. It happens in many countries like that. So this is what we need to be careful about. We need to be very wise to the fact that there are people who want a certain agenda to be run. And we should not fall prey to that. In our country, it's not just the Muslims, non-Muslims, everybody. The society is overrun by these things. Everybody is trying to do better for themselves in a material, in a financial sense. There's a lack of contentment in society, and that is the biggest poverty. The biggest poverty for any society is a lack of contentment. If you're not content with what you have, what you are, you'll always want more, or you'll always try to do something extra for yourself. And that is what you have to be wary about. Now, Rasulullah said that the Dajjal will come in the end times and will present the truth as falsehood and will present the falsehood as the truth. This is what is happening in this day and age. You all are aware of that. Some things which till about 20 years ago were a crime in our country, or in many countries, are accepted and legalized. Many things. In the name of progress. Some things which were supposed to be really, really good for society are considered to be narrow-minded now. Are supposed to be like the wrong. You're backward. Things like, wearing a modest dress, especially for women who are basically our flag bearers of at least the Muslim society, who wear a certain kind of attire for their own modesty and to follow the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they're considered backward. So this is how the Dajjal functions. But I don't think, at least I'm pretty sure many of you don't think Dajjal is one person. It's a system. It's a system which is run by people in order to make people believe something which they shouldn't believe, and to make people not believe in something which they should. This is how the system functions. And we all can become, victims of that, if you're not wise enough for that. Okay? This is for all my younger brothers and sisters who are here, who go to school every day. You don't need to tell everything to everybody when you go to school. You need to think about yourself. When teachers say something, you need to think about yourself. Because we are all children of Adam alayhi salam, and Adam alayhi salam chose intellect, aql, as something as a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So use our brains. When our parents tell us something, and it doesn't sit with you correct, you don't understand it, question our parents. And parents, do not shut up your children, ever. Even if they ask the most ghastly question, where else will they go to ask the question? If they don't ask you, they will try to find it. If you repudiate them, if you ask them to go away, they will find somewhere to find the answer. And if it's not Sheikh Google, then it will be somebody on the street. Because Sheikh Google knows most of the answers, right? Agreed or not? Yeah, everybody's here saying nodding it.
Yeah.
And let me tell you one thing. Sheikh Google does not know all the answers. He tells you where to find the answers, and then you've got to use our brain to find out which is the right answer. So parents, be wary. Always answer questions from your children. And if you're not confident about it, find the answer. There's no harm in telling your children, I don't know, son, or my daughter, but I'll find out for you, and I'll come back to you in a couple of days' time, or a couple of hours' time. But never ever say, don't need to ask these questions. They have a right to ask these questions, and you should ask questions in a very polite manner, in a very nice manner. Not arguing or having a fight with your mom and dad. Okay? You get it? Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Now Allah calls himself the truth. He says that the Quran is the truth. The prophets came with the truth. They delivered the message with the truth. So the problem lies with the people who are receiving the truth. Is that right or not? Why are we getting deceived? Because the message is there, out there. The Quran is there, the Hadiths are there. Everything has come with the truth. So we are still sometimes misguided. The challenge is with us. We haven't taken the truth as it was delivered to us. And that is what we need to work on, my dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters. Allah says the truth will prevail and falsehood vanishes. Now I want to raise 4 points here. Either we don't submit to the truth, even though we know the truth, or we develop unnecessary doubt about the truth. Thirdly, we may try to cover the truth with some kind of falsehood to suit our own convenience. And fourthly, we sometimes exaggerate it. All these things happen in society. Now, we don't need to exaggerate the truth because it loses credibility. So these 4 things do happen, and we ourselves are our own culprits. We ourselves make it difficult for ourselves. And it is important for parents to give examples to their children by the way they behave in front of their children, in front of society, in their workplace. Just keep sort of a calibration system with yourself. In the previous lectures, I spoke about muhasaba and muraqaba. I don't know if you remember. Muhasaba is doing a calculation at the end of the day, when you've had the whole day, and check what you've done right, what you've done wrong, and to make a pledge to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we'll do better the next day. Muraqaba is a constant vigil on yourself, constant policing of yourself every moment, with every word, with every action. Well, is it going to be right with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or not? So we have to be, try to be constantly on our vigil and constantly police ourselves. And that is how we stand with the right thing. Otherwise, if we just go along happy-go-lucky with life in general, there's no way we can ever evaluate ourselves. We have to use these systems, we have to use these methods to evaluate ourselves. Because, when we grow up, especially older people, and we live in different places in the world now, we're not living with our parents most of the time, or the parents have passed away. We don't have a system of checks and balances. And we're always busy with our own lives, trying to make ourselves better, do our jobs, take care of the household, help our wife, not help our wife, help in the house, with our wife together, trying to do the best thing for the children, etc., etc. So all through humanity, whenever people distorted the truth, or hate the truth, there have been problems. Now we are reminding ourselves here on how we can cope with the distractions and the falsehood in this world, and how we can correct ourselves. Now, the first thing to do is to get correct knowledge. Important stuff. Very important to get correct knowledge. Where do we find the correct knowledge? Rasulullah told us. He said it many times, but he said it on his deathbed as well. That I'm leaving behind me 2 weighty things. You know what those 2 weighty things are? No? You know? Tell me that. Alhamdulillah. Salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Rasulullah said that he's leaving behind 2 weighty things. One of them is the Book of Allah, and the other one is his family